Hello, my dudes. So we are going to get you set up with FFmpeg really quickly. So this is actually really important software for you because you can get your videos, convert them to whatever format you need. You can actually, if a video is this wide, you can actually crop it. You know, if I get my fingers together, all on the command line. You can add text overlays. FFmpeg, I mean, it's just a surprisingly powerful software for really not a very big size. So, but it's an essential. You need it, okay? Most of the video stuff that you're working with, whether it's your ropes or your roops or whatever, how they work is by cutting videos down into like multiple frames, putting them through the AI, doing whatever work on it, and then using FFmpeg to put them back together again, okay? And it puts the sound back in. So you have to have this installed. This is an essential install, so let's rock on over to the internet. Easy peasy. All we need to do is we do a little search for FFmpeg download. It's going to be the first one here, or the one that's from FFmpeg itself. So we click on this. Okay, now we can get clone this into here. These tend to go real slow, and so it's not all that necessary. So let's go ahead, just click whichever we're going to use. We're going to use Windows, so let's click Windows. And then up here you're going to see it has Windows builds. Now we're going to click on this first one, and notice we're going to have Z7 files. Z7 files are just zip files. We're not going to actually get a actual Windows installer, like click next, where do you want to do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on this. What it's going to do is it's going to have us download it. So we'll download it into our downloads folder or whatever, and then when we go over here, we've got again this little thing we can click here, and it brings up everything we just downloaded. So let's click on the file. Now I'm not sure you can see it on my window here, but what it does is it brings up the zip program so that we can actually unzip it. Hold on, let me click over here. So actually what it does is it opens up the zip extractor. So what you're going to do is just extract it to a folder. Now I want to put FFmpeg on my base drive, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to put E drive on my thing. So just type in the E drive, you'll press OK. It will go ahead and extract it to the correct drive. So if we go over here to our file browser, we should see that it downloaded it. Where did it download it? Okay, downloaded it there. So I made a little bit of a mistake here. So actually give it the main file. So what I'm going to do here really quickly is create a new folder. We'll call it FFmpeg. Then I'm just going to grab this bin folder. I'm going to press Control X, Control V, and now it's where it needs to be. Okay, here's our file. Now, this is important. What we have to do is we have to set this up in our environment. So what you do is we're going to go ahead and right click on it, and you'll get an option to copy as path, or you can go up into the browser and or to the link thing at the top, and you can just grab it there. And we're going to get a folder structure of FFmpeg bin. So what we're going to do then next is you got to go click on your Windows key, okay, and type in the words E and V, and it's going to bring up your Windows environments. Okay, so what we want to do with that is at the very bottom it says Environment Variables. We click it. It's going to bring up. This page. Where is that page? It's going to. Oh, let's fix that up for you. It's actually going to bring up this page. And what we do with this is we're going to go down to where it says path, okay? And what we do is then you go ahead and click the edit button, which itself will bring up this page. Now these are all variables that you're going to be able to use from anywhere in your Windows terminal. So you want to go ahead and click on this new button, okay? What that's going to do is it's going to create a little thing down here, and we just type in or paste in the location of our bin file. We don't need to actually type the .exe stuff. So we put like this, okay? You go ahead and click OK. Okay, we go back here, You click OK. All right. And then you get out of this. There was that original environment variables, and you press OK. All right. So now that is saved there. If you go to your terminal window, okay, and you close it out, reopen it, now you'll find that wherever you are, if you type FFmpeg, it is going to recognize it as a command. Okay. So now whenever you're using these AI apps that need to use FFmpeg, it now can access it. It can do everything that you need it to do. So the process was real easy. We downloaded the FFmpeg zip file. Okay, we went ahead and extracted it to the E folder or to wherever folder you want. We then went ahead, got the file structure for the bin folder, went over to our Windows Start key, clicked the Windows Start key, and we typed the letters ENV. It then brings up a thing that says Windows Systems Environments. We clicked on that. The next window comes up. We clicked Edit System Variables. We went down to the bottom where it says the System Paths. Okay, we clicked Path, Edit, brought up another window. From that window, we went ahead and clicked New. We typed in or pasted in the location of FFmpeg where we had extracted it to, the bin folder. Okay. Then we went ahead, pressed OK, reset our terminal, and it was like magic. Poof! All of a sudden, now we can use FFmpeg. We can do amazing things. And just as kind of an extra little thing here, just keep in mind that chatgpt is amazing. So if you go to chat.openai.com, you can pretty much ask it anything you need to know about FFmpeg. I just type FFmpeg crop a video from larger size to from large width to half width, and it's going to go ahead and be able to tell us how to do that, and it should pop out commands here that then we can go change. So here we go here. So you can learn a lot about FFmpeg through here. It's a very intensive program, has a lot of different settings that you really don't need to worry about learning before you use it, because we do have the chatbots that are pretty much experts on it. So go out there, get it done, make the stuff, and make yourself a name for yourself, I guess. Hey, we're going to catch up with you, and if you have any questions, as usual, just ask. We'll get you sorted out, and hang in there, and we'll catch up with you next time.